uh, I ain't looked into it. I ain't get a chance to look into it yet. I just seen it, but it was talking about how in the next month, 700,000 jobs finna be going to the taking going to the AI. Motherfuckers, 700,000 people finna lose their job to the AI
Right.
within the next month by March. They say that's just an estimate or something. I don't know
They
how
said in
true.
the next month.
I don't know how true it is, but that's a big number in a month. I don't give a how many people it is.
I don't know about in a month. Probably in a month, a lot of shit gonna be gone. But I say in the next 2, 3 years.
I was thinking more so on that number. I seen a motherfucker make a post like by March it's gonna be over with. I'm like, hold on, we need a little bit more time.
Ever since I've been talking about this AI shit and looking it up, you know how your algorithm starts showing you shit that's
Showing
related
more and
to it.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, so I've been seeing all type of shit talking about the uh the dollar about to switch over to digital this year.
I can see that.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta look that up further to see some more like some credible
Especially based
sources.
on what we was just talking about. It's just like, damn, I can see that though.
Shit go digital on your goofy ass. So man, somebody talked about this shit right there in 2020. They said we putting ourselves in a digital cage. 2020 just accelerated that shit.
It did, but if you think about it, everything digital now. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
easier to just walk around with your phone, knowing your phone got all your cash on there. Like you know what I'm saying? I know I can just scan my phone and I'm good. Don't have to have no
Right.
extra. That value of that dollar that we were talking about yesterday is really not nothing.
Man, what I remember used to or some restaurants still like that. They don't accept bills over $20.
Bro, they don't even need it. They like, listen, swipe that card.
We don't want no cash. They
They
don't
make
even
it that convenience.
it's convenience.
That
See,
convenience.
it go back to the cost of convenience. So once you adopt all this shit to make your life easier, then which like I learned this when I went out the country. We had a debit card and shit. And they was like, man, you better get some cash out because your bank could just snip your card at any time and you assed out. They could just put a block on your shit and you out the country. How the fuck you gonna get some cash? I'm like,
And they
damn, man.
definitely can block you. They will.
And they say that shit happen easy. They say some of these ATMs will snatch your card and not spit that bitch back out. You just
That's
fuck.
been happening for what I mean. That's been happening for years.
You know.
That you type the wrong shit in on that ATM on accident, that motherfucker is not coming back.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then now, bro, you can't even get a pay-as-you-go track phone no more. Prepaid phone. This must be new.
You gotta have a plan.
You gotta have a plan, like damn near, and then even to get the, I wonder, you probably gotta go to Walmart. You probably still get one in cities where but they ain't even got Walmarts out here in LA, bro.
They don't.
But
They don't.
they don't got Walmarts.
They don't, nigga. You know how bad I shot that when I shot out there. You know I ain't take no luggage or nothing. So I'm like, I'm gonna hit a Walmart and get all my essentials. I get out
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm trying to Uber to a Walmart. Where is it? So far. I'm like, I'm not paying no Uber for this. I'm finna go to Target or something. Fuck all of that.
It's one Walmart in like and that's not even in the city of
That's
LA.
not even in
That's
the city. I tried to Uber to that thing. It was too far. I'm like,
man,
yeah. Then it had COVID hours. So I'm like, I Uber over here and this motherfucker closed. I'm gonna be sick.
right, right. Then after COVID, them bitches ain't open 24 hours no more.
So Walmart really not convenient as it used to be. You can go on the net.
They shutting that shit down. Then if you go on the net, you gotta be doing some shit in somebody else's name, or Bitcoin or something. Cause I was trying to get the track phone shit, and I bought a track phone from Walmart with cash, cause you know I was trying to be slick back in the day.
Right.
I bought me a little track phone and cash and shit. I tried to go buy some minutes for that shit, 60 minutes or whatever, however many minutes for that bitch. I tried to upload it and I had to call track phone. They said you gotta call us. And I called, I'm like, I'm trying to put these minutes on this phone. They say, oh, you gotta come buy a new SIM card. I'm like, where the fuck do I get a SIM card from? She like, you can order it right now through the phone. And I'm like, dang, ain't nowhere I could just activate this one. I already got a phone and a SIM card. And then she just cut into me. She like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. They want you to verify your identity to reactivate this SIM card. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, y'all want too much.
Hell, that's what I'm trying to avoid.
I might as well stay with the Apple if I gotta do all of that for track phone.
Exactly. And then I went to the place that sell track phone out here, and they talking about all that shit through Verizon now. Ain't no more pay as you go SIM cards. You gotta buy either a new flip phone, brand new.
I can see that being what it is.
Yeah, she said we don't even sell the pay as you go no more. This shit through Verizon now. You gotta activate the monthly.
Over with. That
what?
Shit over with.
Cause you need a phone for everything now. When you open a bank, if you want to open anything with some money, you gotta have a cell phone.
Got to. This phone is like is more important. It's like they're making it more and more important. Like every time they drop a new one, and they dropping 2-3 of them bitches a year. And
right.
Each one is more advanced, and it's making it more important, making it more of a value to your life.
So it's to the every time they implement some new shit that they want you to try out, nigga, that's gonna be the only way in a minute.
It's gonna be the only. It start off as a test. Once they see that it's a good test run, now that's it. This is the new way. We the guinea pigs on the new way of life. We just testing shit out every day.
Right, exactly. And it's to the point to where right now you in a digital cage. Right now you can't even do nothing slick with your money. You being watched.
I'm seeing more and more about what we talked about is just coming to life, bro. Like the streets is over with, man.
Streets is over with.
Square business is the new wave.
Square business, bro. And it's like
something. You gotta know something now. That's being, you know what I'm saying. Really having game is really the new wave. Now you gotta know something, and having game ain't being cool. You know what I'm saying? See, niggas think having game is being cool.
Right.
Like nigga, that's just an extra attribute to this shit. Like nigga, this game don't come with being cool.
Right, that's just your personality. You just
just extra sauce that you can add to this shit to make it, you know what I'm saying, make it look good. That's all that is. This shit. That
shit don't even mean nothing no more. The gift of gab don't even really mean nothing no more. Cause now niggas is looking for cap. And they trying to expose you as a liar. They already think you lying. You a snake oil salesman to begin with. So
yeah, they think you're a conspiracy theorist, or you know they got these mindsets of who you already is when you got some game now. Like wisdom and shit, that shit is just it's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? They used to say common sense ain't common, and they just attack all the motherfuckers with no common sense because they know that's an easy target.
See, we thought square business was pulling your pants up, wearing some New Balances, learning about computers and shit. Nigga, the whole fucking country is some gangsters, started by some gangsters. America was started by gangsters. So the way to really play this game is either you either the taxpayer, what they say, somebody was saying it like the W-2, if you work a job, you get taxed the most. But if you a nigga who like invest in shit, like basically you make money off your money. You got savings accounts, you got investments, you got real estate, you got businesses. You don't even get taxed.
Was that you that shared that video about having a job in Amazon Instagram? I think I shared it too. Hold on, just a second. Did I even share that thing? I never shared it. You shared it though.
Was it recently?
Yep, and I threw it in the notes. That's what I did.
It might have been that one I'm talking about now.
Yeah, you being paid for the work. You know what I'm saying? You being paid for the work you doing. I mean, you're not being paid for the work you doing, but your time.
Right, you exchange that dude. Value. Right. He said some shit like that too. I think it might have been him who said it.
That was that video, bro. You just posted it on. You just reshared it on your Instagram story.
Yeah,
like
he
yesterday.
He was talking about how you think shit is expensive because you paying for it with money you paying for it with your time.
That's exactly what it is, bro. I had made a whole little paragraph. I was gonna share that bitch and put it on my time. I mean, on my story. I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna talk about it on the next time we go live."
Right. Hell, but shit, that's what we gotta start doing though. Post a little content, and then you know how niggas be just looking like they do the side by side. They just listening to it.
Yeah, exactly.
You get paid from that shit from social media.
They get paid for that, bro. I just gotta get a little bit more tech savvy with this Instagram and these reels and all of that, but it's coming. Cause we be talking about we be having some reels. Like if you go through and watch our videos, I don't want to watch these motherfuckers. It's some game in them, bro.
It's already. Some game.
And we ain't even really, you know what I'm saying? We just getting started.
And it ain't like we exhausted the game. This is shit we gotta keep talking. Like we gotta dig in deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
ain't even scratched the surface.
We just scratching the surface on exactly. We just scratching the surface. We just giving everybody a little idea of what this is gonna be about, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because we definitely just scratching the surface. There's so much to talk about. But that shit was so crazy because it made so much sense, bro. Like, we really getting paid because of, we really think shit expensive because of how much time we didn't spent to make this money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I just had to work 40 hours to get this check, nigga. Shit, now I got rent $1,200. That's a lot of money.
Real spiel. That's a 2 weeks of work.
I just worked for 2 weeks, nigga. All you tell me all I got is rent worth.
For real though.
Some got a shape.
See, look, that's why, man. That somebody said that shit. That man, you too busy focused on how you can make money. You need to be getting creative, creating shit,
getting crafty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, Steve Harvey said you either born with it. No, it wasn't Steve Harvey. It was one of them old niggas. He said it was Morgan Freeman, I think. He said you either born with a gift or you grow to be good at something. And now it's a waste if you don't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't take advantage of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta grow to be good at something and take advantage of it. Don't let that shit go to waste, because now you wasting your life. This is your gift. This is what you good at.
Right.
Opposed to going to work and stacking boxes and shit, and then when they don't need you no more, they fire you, and you really not good at nothing but working. Like, you good at being on assembly, you good at showing up on time and doing the tasks that they tell you to do, but that's not no real. It's not no real, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not no real. It's not even it's not even a trade or nothing. You're not learning how to do shit.
Right, you can, man. That's why I be telling people with these jobs, bro. Don't get no job where you just.
When the line go down, bro, them the real motherfuckers that's getting the real chick. When the line go down, they tell all y'all workers get back. Y'all might get a free 8 hours a day, but the motherfuckers who finna come and fix this machine, get out they motherfucking way, because they the reason why y'all getting paid, because they get this motherfucker working.
Say that.
And none of the motherfuckers that come in there one time out of a week, but when they come in that bitch, they getting paid a crazy amount, because this is what they need. They need me in order to keep this bitch running.
Man, what? Man, this shit is a lesson. We gotta, this shit go. It's this so shit deep.
Game, bro. It's coming right off the top. Like, this ain't nothing we thinking about. You know what I'm saying? We just talk about something and then just get the going.
To get the flowing. We flowing from the survivor scrolls for real.
For real, like, bro.
Cause look, bro, somebody said that shit, and like you said, that shit ain't no skill. All you said, anybody can clean, or if we just need 2 hands and 2 feet, these 2 hands and 2 feet jobs.
Even like if you working at like Denso or I Stanley, where they making these car parts, like, bro, you are literally doing one piece of that part. Like, you might be placing that part on this conveyor belt so it can get scanned for somebody else to do, take it off that part, put it on another belt. All y'all is on the assembly line on this belt. Y'all not actually crafting them parts. So you really you don't know how to build them parts. Like, you know what I'm saying? The machine is doing that. You just putting that shit right there. Like, you putting that shit in the microwave, and the microwave cooking this shit, nigga. You don't know how to warm that shit up by yourself, nigga. You gotta get the microwave. The machine is the microwave.
A real
we need to be the microwave. You know what I'm saying?
We need to create machines. Whoever created that machine is the key part of that business. That boosted their business, that
You see
technology.
Douglas? Shout
Who?
out my boy Douglas
Oh
Wilson,
my
man.
God, that
Shout out my
man.
boy Dougie, man. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
that
Shout
shit
out my boy
inspired me.
Dougie, man. We gotta get my boy Dougie on here, man. We gotta talk.
For real though.
We gotta
He
scratch the surface on that type of. You know what I'm saying?
really to the moon. He really to the
To
moon
the
on
moon.
that.
I see you put the rocket ship to the moon with this
You
shit,
feel
man.
me?
That
Oh
shit
my.
made me happy as hell, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Doug was always a cool motherfucker, man.
It's 2023, man. My nigga doing some futuristic shit for
Futuristic
real.
shit. Look like an old scientist in this picture, didn't he?
Yeah,
Look like
yeah.
Look at it.
I love that.
Crazy.
Hey, that made me feel so proud, bro. Like,
Bro, it made me feel proud, bro. I can't make this up, bro.
man, cause it's like that, and that's why I don't understand how you can hate on people, but it's like that shit is a reflection of you. Like,
It's a reflection of you.
what we could do in Kalamazoo, public schools, posted that about somebody in your class, nigga doing some, you know, I don't know if it was aeroscience or was he fucking with some telescopes and shit.
Doing some one of a, you know what I'm saying? That's like some shit you see on TV, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like classmate, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went to school with that nigga from middle school on up.
Mm-hmm. That's powerful. That's powerful. You know, it's game time, bro. Set the bar. We gotta really change the world.
Bro, didn't he set the bar, bro?
He set the bar.
That's like some we could change the world, Biggie Small.
For real. And I think our class is special. I think our generation of Brazil is special. We got some talent. I don't know.
Hey, your mic kind of fuzzy. You
hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. It's like your speaker kind of.
Let me see. You
got a little static behind it when you talk.
Oh, okay, shit. Ain't no telling. Yeah, though. You can hear me clear now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just some little static behind it. I don't know if it's fucking up the audio.
It might be the little delay. I mean, the little Wi-Fi and shit. Hopefully that shit, because everything sound clear on my end.
All right, bet. As long as you can hear me, I can hear you.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, like, let me show you this shit real quick.
Yeah.
Let me show you my screen. Somebody showed me this shit like 5 years back, and I always be seeing it every now and then. Usually the people that show you this is when you're doing it. Remember that interview I had with that lady about that little pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing?
Yeah, I do remember that.
She had called me again. With the same little spiel.
With the same little game she had.
Yeah, like, well, if you ain't serious, then I can just call somebody else. Get your ass on.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You trying to game a nigga.
Right, run a real game.
You trying to put that shit Avon with the lady you used to sell back in the day?
Something like that, some little products, group of products, you know, similar to that, but you know that multi-level marketing, that's basically the pyramid. Somebody said the pyramid is like the game that we under, like the top support, the bottom support the top. You know, you ever seen that picture where it's like the rich white man that playing a Monopoly game, but it's on the backs. The table is like slaves and shit. They kneeling down, and the message is like, all you gotta do is stand up. Oh, let me see.
I ain't never seen that, but it's definitely the pyramid scheme is the game of life. I was just gonna get at that, but that's like the independent market. You know what I'm saying? That's like the independent market. So that's like independent artists to the rap game. You know what I'm saying? They out here in the field with it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't in no store like Walmart. They ain't got that big, you know what I'm saying, push like that. But they out here in the field with it. And all they shit is gonna be profit based on sales. You know
This all you gotta do is stand. You see that picture good?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes, all we gotta do is stand up. It's them playing this game on our backs.
On our
You
back.
know,
That shit make a lot of sense.
and and then but that just made me think of the pyramid scheme. But when I do the little so look at this right here. When cause I go to a lot of them little multi-level marketing type meetings, cause they can put it under the guise of so many products. They selling insurance, selling health products, selling Avon hair products. They can sell
Right,
soaps.
it's all under one bubble. So
It don't really matter what the product is.
Right, it's the information.
It's the information.
Exactly.
And they usually go through a little
good to go through, huh? Good to go to.
Yeah, the little meetings they gonna teach you some powerful stuff about being an entrepreneur and having the mindset and sales, because that's what you're gonna need in order to make that shit pop.
Right. It's like going to school almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all gotta get this game real quick. You know, and it's all for what your preference and what, you know what I'm saying, what you going in there for, like the perception you got on this shit. So you know what I'm saying? You going in there strictly for game, then all you supposed to be doing is looking for game. You know what I'm saying? The people mentality they don't be knowing what to expect or what their expectations, you know what I'm saying, what they trying to get out of where they're going. So you know what I'm saying, they're going there, I ain't learning nothing. You supposed to be going there soaking up game. Even if you don't meet nobody or nothing, you gonna learn something if you paying attention.
Right, what are they doing? What is they actually doing? If they trying to get me to sign up, what's their business model? How they making money? You gotta always
exactly. What's their history? Like, is this working though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this working? Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta work. It's a bunch of motherfuckers in this meeting. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get how many they need to get out of here. But I ain't one of them minds that they was gonna get. But I'm one of them minds that's gonna soak up what they doing.
Right, because the game and the multi-level marketing shit is it's just a recruiting business. If you're powerful to recruit people, they're gonna take you through this interview. Okay, they might just get you to sign up one time. The product don't sell itself.
Like Forex or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a good recruiter.
Yeah, the product don't sell itself. The product is investment classes for the Forex. That was just they selling classes to invest. The Forex, that's some shit on its own. But they selling the class, the meetings, and we gonna tell you what to invest in. You get what I'm saying?
They gonna give you the game. So now you just take this. So like with Forex, like people, I be seeing posts like, damn, this motherfucker gonna talk about, I see motherfuckers ain't talking about it no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's more so, you know what I'm saying? Because people didn't got hip to the scheme of it. So it's like, we not saying it don't work, but y'all was just so hip on trying to get people up under y'all wings, like to get the money off the people. Instead of just going and getting it, y'all was in it for the wrong thing. Y'all like, all right, well, no, actually, I ain't gonna say they was in it for the wrong thing. They just didn't do it the right way. Cause they was just soaking up the game, just seeing what motherfuckers was doing. And as soon as they spent their money, they turn around like, I need to go get somebody to spend that same cheese I spent.
Right. Or it's like the multi-level marketing shit. If you a good recruiter like that, you can recruit niggas. You really need to start your own business. You get what I'm saying? Because the multi-level marketing, you're not making money on the product. You're making money by selling all these niggas this dream that they're going to be a real seller. And they passion, they going to spread their passion to their loved ones, and they going to sign up. And they going to spread the passion to their friends, and they going to sign up. They might not even use the product or invest in Forex or use the Amway products.
They investing in you. Like, they just going to do it just
exactly.
They investing in you.
The Cutco knives and shit. That's the first one I ever went to. Cutco knives. That shit was in Kalamazoo. The little scissors that cut the penny. They show you how to do the little demonstration. You go door to door, and they say if you don't sell the product, you can get somebody to sign up. Sell up under you. You get enough people under you. You be in our yacht club. I can see you outside just selling you the dream.
Selling you the dream. Like, all right, so look, either way it go, there's a way to make this work. You know what I'm saying? You can't sell it yourself. You might be able to coach someone else and they can sell it. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is get them to get the product. Once they sign up, it's on their hands now. You know
it's on their hands. But look, I went to they gonna teach you about entrepreneurship, about money though.
Hold on, man. This shit's still staticky, man. What the fuck going on? I'm gonna put
my shit static.
Say something.
You see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
You hear me?
Yeah, it's like a. Say something now.
Yo.
It's an echo and all that type of shit.
It's an echo. Hold on.
I had to click out and click back in real quick, P.
Yo.
Damn, what the fuck? Is it on my end? Hold on.
It might be a hold on. Might be an echo. Let me see. If it is, Yo, I have some.
And that bitch still sorry. I don't know what's going on.
It might be my shit, huh?
Hold on, I'm finna go click on the YouTube link. Send me the YouTube link. I'm finna go look. I got it on my phone. I'm finna go look on YouTube real quick. Hold on.
All right. Yo. My shit, I'm fucking up. It's probably because my microphone somehow. Yo, tell me how that shit sound now. Yo, I had to edit my mic settings. Let me see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was me.
Okay, yeah, now we Gucci.
All right, cool. Get our shit together. All right, let me show you this shit real quick.
Yeah.
This shit always stuck with me. All right, this the cash flow quadrant. So this the 4 ways to make money. So you either employee, the amount of active work determines your income. So your time, so you trading time for money when you're an employee.
So that's the motherfuckers who my time is my money.
Right, like you got a job or you got to be there to make the money.
To make money, you have to be present.
You got to be present. And then self-employed is the same thing. You just work for yourself. But if you stop working, you stop making money. If you ain't painting or you ain't got a job or working a house, or got a client, you ain't getting no money. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So the employee and the self-employed, the time equal money. Then when you get on this side, you a business owner. The income don't depend on the active work. So you got a system that makes money. So you got employees that make money. You got people and technology. So you might like graphic packaging. You got the paper mill machine. You got these 3 machines that you didn't had and build, and you build another new machine. And then you got the people who working for you. That shit automatic. You just got to run your system right, and then you making money. You know what I mean?
As long as you got a good system, your money's gonna be made. The money might be
coming in. And then the last quadrant is investor. This is where you take your money and your money make money. So you investing in businesses and other people's systems, and that's making you money.
What it say up under that? What it say up under that? What it say? Income does not
depend on
active work.
Okay. So both of these sides, the business owner and the investor, their income don't depend on active work. The employee and the self-employee, they have to be actively working to make money.
What side are you on?
Or you could be on all 4 sides. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can definitely pick in all 4.
You could be in all 4. You working this little. You might be like Angela Yee and DJ Envy. They working for the Breakfast Club. And then they got their own podcast. So they self-employed. They got their own podcast they do. Then they might have a business on the side. They got some employees that they working for. And then they investing in other people who got businesses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the 4 ways to make money. You want to be in all, you want to be
in all 4.
In all 4.
You want to be in all 4.
But a lot of us just rely strictly on our time and our active work to make money. And see, that's why shit like working them dangerous ass jobs. I was at graphic packaging and shit, and you got to wear them earmuffs and shit. If you don't have that shit in, bro, your ears will be ringing. You'll have permanent ear damage. So imagine you just going in there to make a bag, but you really a musician or an artist or something, a rapper. And you didn't let that graphic packaging fuck up your whole. You get what I'm saying? Fuck up your whole.
Exactly what you're saying.
Passion and dream, dangerous ass jobs. First of all, your job don't require no skill, and it's risking your ability. It's risking your main asset, which is your time and your body and your health.
And it don't require not a land skill. You got people of different skill levels all working the same job, and they try to make it seem like it required different skills, but it's like, no, they just been here longer, so they just know how to run the system. So they're gonna teach you. That's the skill right there. They know how to run the system. Knowing how to run the system best is the best skill. But you still don't know nothing.
You can't transfer that shit nowhere else. You couldn't even take that and start your own job because
you couldn't, because you don't have the mill. You don't know how to you know how to run a mill. You don't know how to build one. You don't know how to fix one. You know how to run one, yeah. But that ain't yours. That ain't your meal. You know how to run another man's business. Like you getting another person paid or people paid.
Right. So when you in that unskilled labor, the only real skill you can get up to is probably management.
Supervisor, all of that, like. But you're doing less work now. So now it's like the higher up you get in those positions where you can get to like supervisor and shit, all they're doing is making you be even more lazier. Like not even lazier, but it's like they take you further away from the field. So now you're not even hands on with the mill no more. You know what I'm saying? So now you just overseeing what these motherfuckers doing at work. So now your job is just to babysit and make sure they doing their job right. You know what I'm saying? That's no skill. You just watching people. There's no skill in that either. So it's like, it would be different if they would be like, all right, once you learn how to work the mill, next thing we're going to do is teach you how to fix the mill. Then we're gonna teach you how to build the mill. Now, when you go retire, nigga, you know how to you know how to build a mill. You got a whole trade to where you can show this shit to your family, or you know what I'm saying. Now you learning something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. Now that would be learning something.
Man, there's this story about this dude. He was like well, I heard this story many times. I guess it's just an example of how your skills pay the bills. And it's about this dude. It was about this factory. They was running slow. They had all these machines, something like graphic packaging, and their production time was slowing down, and they just didn't know why. They're like, man, our shit ain't running like it used to, up to speed. So they hired some dude to come through. He had a little clipboard and shit. He walking around watching them operate the little system and shit, and he looking at shit and just go through the day of how they run their operation. Then he find one little machine, one little part. Go to this one little section where they got these little motors and shit, and there's 4 motors. And then he just walk down, and then he pull out a black Sharpie and draw an X on one machine. And he say, you replace this one machine right here, and then your whole factory will be back up to operating. So they replaced the machine and shit. And then lo and behold, damn, that shit back pumping. It was that one machine. They excited. Like, yeah, okay, we back pumping. We making money now. Profits is booming. Then bro sent his invoice in the mail, that little bill for his services. $10,000. They like, hey, what the fuck, nigga? They called him up. They like, bro, yeah, I know you helped us out, but then with all due respect, all you did is come on here with a Sharpie and draw, all you did is draw an X on a machine, bro, with a Sharpie.
They're like, we could have did that. That's what they thinking. Like, you ain't do much.
So he was like, man, can you itemize? Well, damn, can you at least send us like a breakdown of what you charging us for? And he like, no problem. I'm gonna send you a breakdown of exactly what I'm charging you for.
No problem.
He sent them a breakdown. He said, marking the machine with an X with a Sharpie, $1. That cost you $1. He said, knowing which machine to mark, that cost you $9,999.
That cost you all the rest because you ain't know how. And y'all just made what I'm asking. Y'all probably made that in half a shift.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for, it's not hurting y'all pockets.
Right. Or it's like, if y'all could do it, y'all would have did it. Y'all paid me for the knowledge and the skill to know how to get y'all shit back up and running, no matter how long it took me.
And that's why a lot of jobs, bro, a lot of jobs like that, that's why they teach them like to milk the clock, like with electricians and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And not necessarily milk the clock, just take your time, because even if you can be out of that bitch, and it's like for the independent workers and not so much the ones who are already contracted or working like consumers or whatnot. But if a person see that you could do that shit in 10 minutes and they just paid you all this money, they're gonna try to lowball you, opposed to you taking your time and just doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And don't rush it. And that's what, so they're looking at it like time is the money. You see what I'm saying? But you're looking at it like, I'm finna go do knock this out in 10 minutes, and I'm finna get all of this money. Like, I ain't even thinking about the time, because this shit, it's so quick to get done. You know what I'm saying?
Because your job don't depend on time. My shit depend on information.
Bro, it's crazy. I've been knowing this, but not knowing this, like, you know what I'm saying, subconsciously knowing this for a long time, just not knowing this until we talking about it now, bro. Because like with painting and stuff like that, like, you know, those are the type of jobs that I do. You know what I'm saying? Where I ain't gotta go clock in for 40 hours and make that little couple dollars. I'm gonna make it in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm making it in 2 days. Like, I'm not even looking at the hours. I'm just gonna get it done in 2 days. It might take me, you know what I'm saying, 30 hours. I might work 15 hours both days, but I'm done in 2 days though. Opposed to you spreading it out and you can't do much your other days. Like, I got 5 other days to do something. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta work no more
Right. Or
if I
like
don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like the
if you
good
was
thing is that. Go
a
ahead,
mhm.
go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say if you was a painter, if you was working as a painter, you'll be doing way more jobs but getting paid way less. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna have you
Way
working
less.
3 hours, getting all the money about you, but paying you
Opposed to
15.
you, like if you was like the maintenance man or something, and
Mm,
in your requirements, you know what I'm saying, to be that maintenance man at this spot, a maintenance man at like a apartment complex. You know what I'm saying? They gotta know how to come in and do a little drywall finishing. They gotta come in and know how to do all of that. But you're getting paid by the hour, just being on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to contracting that same job. And as soon as they call you, every time they call you, you know this is what I'm getting paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I come out, and no matter what it is, this is my contract. So I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna put it in the, you know what I'm saying, where it make sense. So like the big jobs to even out with some of the small jobs, because there's gonna be a lot of small jobs. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like if you contract it out, you can make a lot more.
right, bro. Look,
Make
I
a
can't
lot
even
more.
really take jobs no more after knowing this information because I just feel like you
Like
feel like
I'm beating myself.
you beating yourself, bro.
I'm
It's
beating
like
myself, bro.
they'll tell
And then
you
I
shit.
wouldn't even charge near as much as that company is charging because I wouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But the thing about that is the qualifications. People looking at you working at that company as, oh, you more qualified than a person who not, but you know, who not working at that company.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. So if you go and get that qualification from that company, then you just leave and start your own business. What can they can't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Your resume, you can say I work for all of them. I work for consumers. I work for
Right.
the
Yeah.
city. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I did
So
my couple years in there. I learned what I need to learn. That they're not more qualified than me. I didn't get fired. I left to start my own firm to undercut the big brother to help out my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just undercutting them because it shouldn't cost that much because it don't take that much time. You know what I'm saying?
right. And all they did, bro, all they did, well, not saying all they did because this is a big key, but they just taking all the risks. They
They
spent
taking all the
all
risk.
the money to market and get all the clients, and they got insurance and employees and back offices. It's gonna take you time to build up to that. You know what I'm saying? Or it may take
But
you
you
a second
start
season
with you
to start with
see the thing about it is you start with the people you know. You
that.
know what I'm saying? As long as you take care of them, everybody you know don't want to pay that ticket. You know what I'm saying? Because we living in a time where our people is just, you know what I'm saying, not on that type. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we not in the tax bracket to want to pay that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody time is money right now, so they like shit. I don't want to have to work all week. And I gotta pay this much to fix the toilet. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? All you really gotta do to fix the toilet is something real simple. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna have to, damn, I got a socket out. I need the electricity fixed real quick. They come in there and do that shit in 10, 15 minutes. But you didn't pay the ticket.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
Paying.
but you know what though?
Uh they come through talking about uh what is it? The people that come through that yeah, high as a bitch can't even think what I was gonna say. Mm-mm-mm. But anyway, go ahead. It'll come back to me.
It's basically like, I mean, really, what it is with inflation. A lot of that shit over with though. Being a little jackleg mechanic and shit because they undervalue people. Then so a lot of people is undervaluing people, bro. Like you got them little people who your uncles and whoever who would come in, they could build a whole house for you, or whatever. But people didn't try to undercut them so much, and now it's so much technology to where your with the right support, don't let him get a few stack his money at. He could be just as legit as the white man in the van. You feel me? It's
Exactly. That's all it is.
he could be just like that now. So once they get
Mm-hmm.
wise and they get hip, they gonna up they up in their numbers now. You
But
get what
that's the thing about it though. Like somebody was just telling me the other day they was talking to a homeless man, and he said something that made him think. He said the wages is just like they was in the '80s. And then what dog told me, he was like, remember your pops was saying how, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, everybody had good jobs, good factory jobs, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers living good, you know what I'm saying? They give you a couple dollars, then they raise the price on everything. They give you a couple more dollars, they raise the price. Motherfuckers complain that they can't afford it, they give you a couple more dollars, they raise the price. Since we was teenagers, bro, minimum wage, what's minimum wage now like in Michigan? It's like $10 and something. You know what I'm saying? No job under $10. Back when we was in school, minimum wage was $7.40. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it done went up a whole $3. Like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? $10 an hour back when we was in high school was you was getting paid if you got $10 an hour.
You was paid.
Now don't nobody want that. Niggas need 15, 20. $10 is the minimum wage. Niggas don't want that because you can't live off of $10 an hour. You know, it's crazy.
I remember
So
when
he
I
was like,
Good.
it's really a mind game though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Play that mind game with the money like that. Oh, it's Alex. Matter of fact, that's how we got talking about the money. Because they play that mind game like that value really, but they really make it's even. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the cost of living went up, but they paying motherfuckers just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pay motherfuckers a little bit more to make that wage a little bit closer. Then they're gonna bump shit. Right now they just on the bump up. Remember minimum wage and COVID and everybody had money. Now it's time to spend some of that. You ain't finna save it.
Exactly. That's how they get the economy turning. They're not finna let you just pull your little. They're not finna let you pull your little tools and fuse to the side and go off grid. They gotta always have a tax on something. It's a tax on your land, a tax on your property. You gotta keep moving. It's time to keep working. We gotta push you to keep going because
You gotta keep going because that's the way they, like you said, gonna keep the economy flowing. If not, you know, everybody would just work up to a certain where they comfortable at and just fall off. Like I'm
right.
straight, not even fall off, just fall off the grid. Like I'm Gucci. Me and my people, we straight. Now we had to go get some more money. We'll go back and get another job and do it again. You know what I'm saying? But now they're gonna study raise shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna study raise shit.
They hook you in like, okay, our forefathers, our great grandparents, not even that, some of us, our grandparents, they started out farmers. They was damn near self-sufficient.
Bro, my whole backyard, I live on an acre, bro. My whole backyard was farm. This my dad, you know, my dad living in this house since he was like 5. He moved out, you know what I'm saying? But when his mom moved out, we just moved back in. You see what I'm saying? So we didn't live here all that time. But my granny had the crib. Then when she moved out, they didn't want to let this land, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice piece of little land. So they kept the land. We still got a little garden, bro, but the garden shrink every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my dad said he used to have to go back there and they would rototill the whole backyard. It wasn't even no grass, nigga. Just all black dirt, nigga, and it's all type of vegetables and, you know what I'm saying, all that. Like you said, it was farmers, bro, like real farmers, like you said, self-sufficient, bro. They didn't need to go to the grocery store but for a few things. Like, you know what I'm saying? They going to the grocery store for a few things, bro.
Bro, this shit realer when you get to places like LA. Like when you get to really, I peeped this like 5 years ago. I started getting on some survival shit because it's like you think like niggas in the city, they might have nothing in their refrigerator. They think I could just run to the store and get some water or get some food real quick. I don't need to have no stockpile or nothing because I got conveniences everywhere. The convenience store, the grocery store. But all those things are modern conveniences, bro. Like the last 100 years, we didn't have access to just jump to the grocery store like that. So
when you it started with the market, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like 100, go back to 100 years or so. It started with a market, you know what I'm saying?
Little local market, farmers
markets and shit, farmers markets. Like they just start putting their shit on display, and then the motherfuckers with the money came through. Like we just gonna buy y'all all out,
commercialize.
We gonna sell this shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna buy y'all out. We gonna put this shit out here, make it more convenient for the people. That's how they come to the farmers. That's probably how they cut it to them. We gonna make it more convenient. We got a corner store right here. We got a couple stores out here. We just gonna come take all this supply and put it in them stores, and they can just come by. Yeah, you take y'all hassle away. Now y'all gotta do is sell to us, one customer. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you got one customer. This shit routine. Got a contract with you,
and you making all that money up front. Like you ain't gotta you gotta wait on Sally and Sue to come through and grab this bundle of green. You know what I'm saying? Sally and Sue gonna come through. We're gonna raise the price a little bit, but we're gonna make it really very close to Sally and Sue. You
Motherfuckers
gotta
got.
come all the way across town.
I'm sure it's movies about this shit though, but we got to make it translate to the people because it's like it happened in
But
the
if it's
19.
movies, bro, they don't really they show it, but that's the shit that they don't talk about. So they'll show
Mhm.
that shit. You'll see that in the market. You'll see the people going there, or you'll see the people growing the shit, but you don't see the business side of that. Because the movie will have a different type of story. But the
Right,
real message
missing
be
what the
in what the
message
people
is saying.
doing. We be missing
Right,
the
how we
message.
was living back then and
How
what
they
we.
was living, what they was able, how they were able to have their leverage. Because it's all about leverage. And they was
Right.
able to have leverage because they had their land, and on their land, they just gonna grow this shit. We know y'all gonna get mama gonna be in there sewing and getting y'all together, and daddy gonna be outside in that garden.
Right.
Come outside and pick this shit, but daddy gonna go outside and do all the hard manly work. My mama gonna come outside and help pick these greens. My mama gonna be in the crib. She gonna keep the community sewed up together. You know what I'm saying, with some drip. You know what I'm saying? And now, because you gotta think about it, the black folk, if you think about it, we always been in charge of the fashion. If you think about that sense,
That's why we
sewing
got.
up the drip and getting the white, you know what I'm saying, back then getting the you know what I'm saying, the slave owners, and even when it wasn't no slave owners no more, when motherfuckers was free, but they were still hanging niggas, and you know, this how you would get off, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, I just took care of y'all whole family, you know what I'm saying, or they know how to, they the nurses, you know what I'm saying, so they know all these remedies and how to get you from not being sick, and you know what I'm saying, so we always had a value, you know what I'm saying.
Bro, man, I was just talking about this the other day before y'all left. As I'm reading history, bro, black people in this country. Now, I'm not gonna say that, slavery was horrible. They did us wrong. They doing us wrong right now. Fuck you mean?
Yeah, like yeah, they still get crucial. But go ahead. I
It's
know. I feel where
always,
you going. I
we
feel where
was
you going.
always great. I'm gonna say this: we always was great, always been great, and always gonna be great.
Always held some value, bro. Like always
Always
held
had,
value.
always was important, a key
Hmm.
key fixture.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
That's why I hate
that's
when they
what we
say
need
the
to start. We
person.
need to start feeding off of that more so than off of the bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we need to start feeding off of. Cause we do it, but we do it in a way to where not. I'm not saying me or you. I'm just saying like when you, and not all black people, but you know what I'm saying, the ones, because the ones that they hear, you know what I'm saying, most of the ones they hear, like we feed off of aggression, you know what I'm saying, off of motherfucker owe us something opposed to, but we still talk about the greats, but it's like, you know what I'm saying,
I was
opposed to
just shit.
just riding on the greats and leaving that aggression behind, because you know what I'm saying, like you said, most of these motherfuckers now, they parents didn't even own no slaves for real, right, you know what I'm saying,
Or it's
like you
like,
said, that was a bad time, but you know what I'm saying. Right now, we can feed off of something different. You know what I'm saying. We did
what
that
it's,
for 100 years. We didn't
they
fed off of that for 100 years.
we still gotta fight. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
But
we gotta
somebody
fight, but
say
the fight gotta be a different angle. You know what I'm saying?
it's like, and I'm not saying niggas gotta be violent and aggressive because you only violent and aggressive because they told you about the violent part of slavery. They told you that they was
Exactly.
beating you up, so you thinking you get mad when you see that shit.
Exactly. And they like the forefront. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, like they was both on. Martin Luther King was on the end of taking that shit, but Malcolm X on the end of defense. But at the same time, that's still the violent part. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
really that's really propaganda, bro. They're trying to make it seem like your people was weak and getting beat up on the whole time.
Propaganda. It's all propaganda.
I peep that. I
Cause
peep
I
that.
know that for a fact. Cause my people, my uncles and shit, like bro, they was like, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't none of that going on. You know what I'm saying, like it just wasn't none of that going on.
It's a whole
They
bitch.
wasn't going.
White folks spit
Niggas
on
wasn't. Niggas was not going. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was
white
not
folks was
going.
just spitting on niggas, slapping bitches up and down the street.
White
Hold
folks was afraid of niggas, bro. They would do that shit like they would just show us those little things. But that man, them motherfuckers used to be jumping and shit when they seen niggas come through, cause they knew niggas would tear that shit the fuck up.
swear to God, they got
You
us,
know
bro. History's so crazy, bro. It's so deep, Black history in America, bro.
They
And
make it like they make it to where it's like we was, you know what I'm saying,
we got the short end of every stick. We ain't.
yeah, make it like we got, yeah, exactly, bro, exactly, so it
That's
give
why I
you
hate
that.
when they say shit like the first Black mathematician. Nigga, what? The first black scientist. Nigga, what? In what context? What you mean?
Yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, come on now, we don't even know all of that to be saying you the first anything, nigga. Just know that if you thought it, somebody thought it before you. That's all I was taught by the OGs, like the real OGs. Like, man, if you thought of that shit, somebody already thought of that shit. Don't think you don't even motherfucker that thought of some shit.
All the inventions, bro, we gotta just think. They be
that was just
lying.
the humble.
They be
They
lying.
be black.
They be lying. Like, who the fuck would invent something to make something easier and you not doing the work? Who you think was inventing dishwashers and washer machines and shit when the niggas that was washing the clothes, nigga?
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. They trying to make this shit easier. We trying to make it easier. Let's show boss this real quick. This shit easy. We can wash bunch of clothes this way. Shit, we're gonna get this little grid right here. We're gonna slide it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
The white man would patent all the shit his slaves then invented to make the plantation run smooth. He sell that to the world. You get what I'm saying?
And then he not even really consciously patenting it to steal it from the slave. It's just to make his like it's like the graphic package. It's just to make the business run well. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make shit run better. So now we're gonna patent this. Now our plantation is the first motherfuckers to found it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the plantation owner, so shit, I'm gonna be the forefront of it. But nigga, he might have said my nigga's the one who created it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They weren't even thinking about it like that. They like, oh yeah, Sally and Sue, they made it easy to wash clothes. You know what I'm saying? Can you believe this? That's the talk of the town. Now, Sally and Sue back in the day was the GOAT.
Right.
Like, they getting special treatment, but we ain't gonna hear about that because that just ain't what they want us to hear about.
So it was niggas that was damn near running plantation. It was really after a certain, they wasn't beating niggas, bro. Like, they wasn't just beating niggas into submission, bro. Them niggas had a job. You know, them niggas was like work. It's just like now you a slave now, damn near.
Just only motherfuckers that was getting beat was the motherfuckers who was disobeying, bro.
That shit was even fake, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, they ain't just beat everybody though. Like, they might have had a motherfucking relationship and you disobeyed and shit. You might have been able to talk your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? The gift of gab ain't just come overnight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of this stuff. You know, you got, man, it was bad. It was horrible.
It's like they beat you now. You know, it's like, okay, you know, they might have a lynch mob come, you do something horrible. You know, you commit a crime, a lynch mob. You know, shit was like that back then. Or, you know, they might whip you, chastise you. That's how shit was back then. They, you know, little punishments for breaking the laws or whatever is harsh back then. Or you might get killed. But them niggas was in the fields working, bro. Them niggas would beat the shit out of a white man. They face to face with the. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. Like,
you know, them niggas wasn't just no weak ass nigga just gonna let somebody just come through, slap the shit out of him, and
it wasn't just going like that. Like, they was making it seem, they make it seem way worse than what it really was. Like, on that type of time, like, you know what I mean? Like, they make it seem like niggas just was real hoes and like it's just unbelievable.
No, there was some injustices going on. Like, damn, that's wrong. They did him wrong. Then you see how they did Joe. They killed him, took his whole business.
They had the gang. They had the gang. They had to do that to Joe because Joe was a bad motherfucker with the hand.
Right.
One of them up and ran up on Joe, and Joe gave his ass a real demonstration. So now they got to demonstrate on Joe.
Swear
you know what I'm saying? Because Joe a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they would lie. They would lie and say, oh, he whistled at my girl or he raped somebody.
Yeah, no, they did some bullshit to Joe. They did some bullshit to Joe. Joe kicked 3 of their ass. And then they gonna go back, knot it up like, "Damn, what happened to you? Oh, Joe, he whistled at my girl. We gotta go get it right now. We gotta go get it right now.
It's not.
And they turn it up.
You know,
they did show that but I ain't gonna lie, they show that type of shit in the movies though. Like, them real old black, they show that type of shit in the movies, like where a motherfucker might have faked, you know what I'm saying, and a nigga might have got down on them boys, and they didn't have to go back and tell a lie. You know what I'm saying? They show that in some. They do show that in some.
Tell a lie.
Like in Django, like, you know what I'm saying? It was some lies told on Django. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? He was a bad motherfucker. It was more niggas like him though. You know?
Right. It's like that. It's, you know, they always had that to where they could lie and kill you real quick. You know, they could say you got a gun nowadays. You know, It's just now we getting police cameras and shit, but they could always lynch you under the law, kill you under the law type shit.
Mm-hmm. It was always in their favor.
It was always in their favor. So that's why niggas had that be game involved, because we knew the white folks went on our side. That's why the integration really fucked our heads up. When we started eating and going to school around white folks, we kind of had the game fucked up.
And they say that's really where it fought too hard. We should have kept shit, segregated, but we should just want it equal. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And they
wanted the whole desegregation, and they was able to figure out a way to put it in the laws. Okay, we'll give y'all that.
Niggas wanted conveniences, bro.
We'll give y'all that. But if we might have had to fight a little longer and a little harder. We just want everything y'all get. We want the same, but we don't need to be with y'all. That's quality.
That was the argument back then. That was the argument back then. It was separate but equal versus integration.
And they went with desegregation because they felt like they would still be able to win with desegregation. If they gave a separate but equal, boy, and these niggas already out here fucking these girls, and when they turning black, so they gonna out, man. Get the fuck out.
For real, they ain't want the separate but equal because they wanted that black money. They seen the Black Wall Streets and shit.
And the white girls like black men.
That too. They wanted to sleep around. Well, they was already fucking you, raping you. Or they could already fuck you anyway. So
they didn't want us to have that power and be able to. You know what I'm saying? Just they girls like us, we ain't gotta rape them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Not saying all black girls don't. Some might like white people, but equal. You can date who you want.
Right. But see, if we were still separate, if we would have started from separate but equal, we'd be so far ahead now. Because I was arguing with somebody about this online. It was like, oh, well, they was able to lynch you and all that back then, and spit on you and slap you and nothing to be done. I'm like, nigga, they was doing that after integration. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, man. What? That's a choice. Separate equal. I bet you won't spit on me if we separate equal.
You think they gonna be slapping on you right now?
Lynch mob too, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? We separate equal.
History fucked up. They got it painted as we were some bitches, and we needed to get saved from being spit on and slapped around. We needed a warm embrace from white folks to stop getting slapped.
Man, they will still spit on you today. They get the chance to, man. What are you talking about?
We got scammed, bro.
We got scammed, bro. We got scammed. They hit us with some wickle.
You heard about Idlewild?
Who?
Idlewild.
No.
Remember the movie Idlewild with
Oh yeah.
You know that's in Michigan?
I didn't know that was in Michigan.
I just found that out like a year ago when they was talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma and all that back then. When they was talking about Black Wall Street, they said Idlewild, Michigan. The one they made the movie about, that was a black resort in Michigan. Madam C.J. Walker came and everything.
Oh, it's still over there. It's still over there right now. There's still some famous people that still stay over there.
I bet. It's like an hour out. It's like an hour north of Grand Rapids.
I was just gonna say it's over there in the GR area. I was pointing this way. I'm pointing in the direction of Grand Rapids. But it's over that way, yo. I did hear about that.
And they said that was one of the biggest black resorts. But once integration happened, black people could go to white resorts now. So it died down, you know.
But there's still some motherfuckers that stay over there. Motherfuckers still own them houses over there and shit like that.
That's history.
That's a fact. That's a fact. It's still some black money over that way.
Same with this nigga name. What's his name? I didn't mean to call him a nigga. Our elder. What's his name? Dr. Claude Anderson. He be on the Breakfast Club. He wrote some books on Black history.
I didn't see Claude Anderson on there.
Man, he was talking about on the Breakfast Club how in Winston-Salem, what was that? Winston-Salem, North Carolina or something. He said, we ain't had no white buses. He said, but once they was promoting that Rosa Parks and the black bus boycotts on TV, We wanted some white buses to get on. We ain't even had no white buses, but we wanted to sit on white buses to follow the media. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they was on black buses.
We ain't have to worry about that, but they made that integration. They made it so hype and so mainstream that we wanted to find some white stuff to be a part of, even when we ain't even near white folks.
Not even near them. That's crazy how that propaganda works. They make you want it so bad.
Damn, what? I could go to the white resort now. I can go to Miami Beach. I could go to
They
Myrtle.
figured out media marketing, bro. They've been tearing our asses up ever since.
And you seen that video, how to sell to a black man?
Nope, I ain't seen that.
Let me show you this. This is a real video, bro. About
how to sell to the black man.
How companies, now that integration is here, black people got money to spend and they don't want no cheap shit. They telling the salesman they want the highest brands. Let me see.
They want to feel like they can afford the same shit that whitey can afford. Not to say it like that, but that's just the way the times was back then.
Listen
nobody get offended.
Here is what sales
But might get offended how we talk. But
selling
shit,
to the Negro.
we
Listen
don't
to
mean
this.
no harm.
To the Negro is
You see
expressed in
my
one word.
screen?
That word is
This
recognition.
shit was really,
No,
really on the news back then.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Buying by brand, that's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. Listen to her thoughts.
My, isn't it beautiful? I can hardly wait to show it to Sally and Joan.
It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember,
Damn,
the
this is
Negro
real
buys
shit.
quality merchandise.
1954.
And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
The Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price. The Negro buys by brand, he buys quality, and he doesn't like to be switched at point of sale. These are the
Motherfucker.
keys to selling the Negro customer.
According to leading researchers,
Feel me?
That's facts though.
That shit's still true.
That's just still true to the day.
That's how I shop damn near. They talking
I was
about me.
they talk about me. Like, damn, my show be thinking like, damn, I wonder, bro, this shit gonna be hard, bro. I'm gonna be like, all right, that shit nice.
Yeah, okay, then it's, we hip to all the little, especially the zoo. The zoo is a fashion. The zoo is kind of like a fashion city, damn near.
Yeah, like we gonna be hip to, but we trying to be out the latest. So you know what I'm saying? You gonna know about different fashion and like me, I only shop Adidas for real. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just the brand that if I'm going to the store, that's the brand I'm looking for. If it ain't Adidas, I really don't care for it.
Adidas,
It can be off brand if it
Loyal
ain't
to
Adidas.
either Nike or Adidas. That's how I be. Okay,
Yeah, like I'm loyal to Adidas. I don't even, them bitches ain't doing shit for me, but getting my money.
That's how my cousin be. He got all the new flash screens and electronics and shit.
Like loyal to that shit, like want to be off the latest phone and
Mm-hmm.
like man, this bitch ring, this bitch do. All right, man.
Look, niggas gotta have an iPhone. If your text is green, they don't want to fuck.
Don't even want to text you. Like, damn, I can't have the baddest Galaxy, the little, you know.
Really, they didn't just turn a lot of niggas. They learned that Negro is the greatest consumer. So they didn't just turn everybody into niggas now. Like that's the culture of all the
buy.
You know,
everybody buy. Niggas everybody want to be Negro.
They use the music and the movies to promote this type of lifestyle to where not everybody shop like that.
Everybody, bro. I be calling myself shopping different because I don't be wanting to shop like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
That's a scam too. You know, you trying to be, man, my nigga Twan said that when we was in middle school. We was always conscious of that shit. He was like, niggas be trying to stand out just to fit in. I'm like, damn, that's deep. He's like, even us, we trying to be different, but it's just that's like the culture too, is being different.
Yeah, being different is like, all right, that's our niche. Like,
right.
Come in, y'all gonna know we just different than everybody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how we fit in, by being different. Like,
right.
In the same sense of you trying not to, I'm not even trying to fit in, but that's fitting in because you caring. Like, as long as that consciousness is there, you caring. Like I told them what they was talking about, like this, the opinion of others on everything. Like, I'm like, you gotta care. Like, even if you're saying, like, even if your take is, I ain't gonna care what nobody think when I do what I do. You care. You know what I'm saying? Because your consciousness is there to say that you not gonna care what nobody think. So you're looking for people that not like it, but you still caring. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just feeding off the opposite. You just feeding off if they don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if they don't like it, but you know what I'm saying? That's just, you still caring.
It go back to them power games, bro. Everybody was looking for a reaction, validation. Something that they did moved the needle in some way, whether it offended you or you loved it, it moved the needle.
Definitely. That makes a lot of sense.
People just want to see that they shit is affecting the world. You know, my little, when I put my little shit in the hat, it affected something, you know?
It did something. It made some shit shake.
Caused a little ripple.
It made some shit shake.
That's all niggas want. Is a nigga that feel like, oh damn, I was the first nigga to wear that shit. That's what you be seeing that Detroit, that Kid L interviews. That's nigga culture. Every nigga want to be the first nigga to do something. Man,
the first nigga to do something.
It's all them underground Detroit rappers. He just an interviewer in Detroit. He kind of like giving them like a little media space. He just be interviewing anybody from the city, or whether they're a rapper, underground, comedian, anything.
Right, just getting them out there.
And he got a segment. It created a segment just naturally. He ain't even started off like doing this, but every nigga come over there and say they the first nigga to do something in the city, to where he just made that a segment. Like, what was your first nigga to do? You know? And it'd be crazy what niggas be. Some niggas be serious, like they really feel like they're the first nigga to wear this or say that, or first nigga to start doing this, or driving their cars like this, wearing their shoes like that, or I'm the first nigga to bring this back, first nigga in my generation, first nigga to say my baby, first nigga to say anything.
Right, anything.
It just be funny how niggas be feeling they the first to impact the culture, like.
Or how we be feeling about the P shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like just like that.
Right.
Yeah. We don't feel like we the first, but we feel like we was just on the wave right before motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Wave, you know.
It's been around. We just was hip right before. Then next thing you know, everybody, it just became a trend.
Right.
We was on it before, because it's a thing to be on some shit before it was a trend, and that's what motherfuckers be looking at. And that's the thing that we all be kind of, you know what I'm saying, got us fucked up by thinking we doing some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what I was to do with that information, bro? This is what I realized after the because I've always been since middle school. I always like knew, okay, this hit. Like even when Amigos first came out, I knew I was a fan of them before that shit blew. Chief Keef, I was a fan of that before that shit blew. There's a lot of shit that I feel like shit. Eastside Egg Roll, I watched that nigga blow up. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, you put me on that nigga. I can say that for a fact. He was not popping when you he was on his way. He was on his way when you put me on. He had the little video where he was in the penthouse. You know what I'm saying, with the view. You know what I mean? He had just changed his name from Sensei. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was rebranded.
Exactly. He was rebranded, and he had that push behind him though.
Right. And and niggas just be wanting to feel like, niggas gonna be on the way regardless. But it's like if you can recognize shit before it pop consistently, then that means you need to be influencing things popping. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Cause you right there on it, so you can already, you know what I'm saying, make some shit shake. Exactly.
Right. So shit, if I can see something in somebody else and believe in it and know it's gonna pop and put in it and put other motherfuckers on, I could do that for myself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You should, you gotta trust your own taste, basically.
That's pretty much what it is, bro. Cause I be feeling like that too with a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily be the start of a trend, but I be on some shit before it be trending. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I might have peeped it before everybody else peeped it. You know what I'm saying? I might not have started it, but I might have just like that.
You peeped it first.
That might be some sauce right there. That might be something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just like that. The most recent thing though was that Kodak Black, that walk. You know what I'm saying? That song right there. I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm like nigga, we was making videos of that shit, nigga. I'm like, man, these bitches finna be TikToks in a minute, bro. We need to jump on this. We just get drunk and we just hop out the car in traffic, nigga, and just get that song come on, nigga. We just get to stepping and sliding and walking and spinning on their ass, nigga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, we need to be recording this, making this, cause this song right here is gonna pop, and nigga, within the next week or two, nigga, it was one of the top songs on TikTok, bro. I'm like, right. As soon as the album dropped, you know what I'm saying? That was one of them songs. I'm like, this bitch finna do it. This bitch finna do it. He say this one for the album. This one finna be a promo right here. TikTok. Motherfuckers gonna make this one without him even having to do anything.
Real spill. You be
and showing up, nigga. That bitch is on TikTok still to the day, popping. You throw that song on and make you a TikTok dance to it. It's popping right now. You know what I'm saying? But it be shit like that where you can just see it before it happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was already in fruition. You know what I'm saying? That I just caught it. Like, I'm like, I wasn't the first one thinking that. I know I wasn't. But if we had made a TikTok, we'd have been one to, you know what I'm saying? We could have been, telling.
And all it is,
the creative dance. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no dancing that nigga though, so that's why it just didn't work. But
we gotta. That's why we gotta bridge our resources, bro. Because we tastemakers, so we gotta get the youth. We gotta stay hip with the youth, and then get hit with the technology. You might need to learn how to fuck with the TikTok and the YouTube. The algorithms, the culture of it. Be certain trends on there you gotta learn so we can put our sauce out in an effective way.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the key right there. Marketing.
Because every nigga got ideas. We all creative. Let any nigga tell it. We all creative. We all seen shit that was finna pop before the next nigga.
Most definitely. That's why I say I ain't the first or I ain't the only one. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's all it's something different. You might be hip to the fashion. This nigga hip to the technology. This nigga hip to the slang. He hip to the what's going on in this city, that city. Somebody hip to what's popping in Chicago. Somebody hip to what's happening in Detroit. Somebody hip to what's going on down south. You got to get on it early, or the West Coast. You get on it early and say, okay, that's transferable. That's popping in Cali. Okay, that's going to be popping in the glove soon. I know it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I need to monetize it now. Like, create the trend, create the hashtag, create the dance. Before it's created, before I'm reacting to it, type shit.
That's exactly what it's gotta be.
Like you might see something, a little trend popping in Cali, a little dance they doing. You just get your little nephew to do it in Michigan and get it popping in the zoo. You can monetize like that. Just bringing
You
shit from
definitely just said some shit right there. You definitely just said some shit.
Cause I be seeing this shit just being in Cali. I be seeing like, okay, I knew the P shit was gonna pop. I'm like, okay, everybody got a street niche now. Scam rapping, dope drug dealing rapping. I knew the P rapping was gonna be next. I just knew it.
It just had to happen.
You know, everybody wanted a niche rap. You know, a criminal niche.
Yeah,
A street title.
it's something different.
You know, want to be different. So
Something
P is the most different, newest one. Niggas ain't seen the P rap finna be next.
It's finna be next for sure.
Well, it's already, it's you know, we
It's
are
now.
running.
We
It's
in
now.
it. We
You
in
know,
it right now.
they commercialize it. No Jumper got P's on there, so-called P's on there, interviewing motherfuckers and shit. And
It's definitely
you know,
in
now it's
and
watered
out.
down. Now it's kind of lame now to me. You
It
know,
definitely is. It's definitely what. That's why square business should be the new thing.
square business is the new thing. We squares now. You niggas is. I jumped into it because I knew that shit. We grew up off this shit. Like this shit.
Yeah, it was a different type of like now it's like for the cameras, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like niggas in this shit for the game, niggas in this shit for the cameras now. Like,
Game, you know the game now. Niggas is jumping into characters. Nigga, you think you finna be the next Bishop Don Magic One? That's
like
that just make you
watered down.
late as hell. You know, jumping in like now, niggas in Cali jumping out on the blade and shit. Now it's lame ass niggas on the blade and shit. It's
It just
like,
ain't even worth it. Like you know what I'm saying?
and they giving niggas football numbers for this shit. What is you niggas
Man,
doing?
you trafficking now. If you think you P, you think you a P out here, you a trafficker
Yeah.
according to the law.
According
Yeah,
to the law, you a human trafficker. So
according to the law, so it's like, man, square business, like bro, like you said, like learning this tech shit, and you know what I'm saying, like you said, staying youthful, you know what I'm saying, and keeping, you know what I'm saying, just bro, it's all about the moves niggas make right now, bro. Like
serving and reserving this shit. We on the
gotta
way.
have some connection.
This game involved. This might be our niche because I don't think too many niggas can keep up with this shit though.
Bro, this really might be the niche, bro.
It's
might
like
be a niche, bro.
it's like niggas can keep up with the street shit or the hustling shit or trying to look slick. Niggas can keep up with that. But when it comes to game, it's gonna be real. It's hard to act like you got game. It's, you know, they say a fool can play, the wise can play a fool, but a fool can't play wise.
Cause what it is, we well rounded, bro. So it's like we can talk around the room, like you know what I'm saying. So it's not too many subjects that we can't touch on. We might not know it all. I don't think I know it all in none of this shit. But a nigga just curious, or a nigga knows something. You know what I'm saying? A nigga learned something. You know what I mean?
Or you know so much based on your walk in life, and that's why this shit tie into artificial intelligence. Cause for you niggas who don't know how to think or don't know how to do nothing, the AI finna replace you niggas. You niggas finna be obsolete. Your whole thought process, your hustle, your job, your skill set is finna be AI. This is
a lot of non-thinkers. There's a lot of non-thinkers in the workforce. They finna go get rid of all of them. You know what I'm saying? The thinkers are the ones who are gonna be able to know how to program an AI to get these responses. You're gonna have to have all of those responses in your head to program into this AI. The AI got to get the information from somewhere, and you have to program a million different responses. So we're gonna take 100,000 different people that's specializing in this, and this is gonna be the new job, being able to program an AI. And those jobs that you think you got, like at the factory and shit, this is what we replacing. The AI finna come and replace them. So these 100,000 jobs that we just gave out finna replace 700,000 jobs. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna be 600,000 people that's non-thinkers. All 700 might be non-thinkers, so they might not even be able to translate over to that. So now that number of poverty gonna drop. You know what I mean? It's gonna drop. I mean, it's gonna rise. That number of poverty gonna rise. The margin gonna get bigger though. Yeah, that's what I meant though. That gap. The gap gonna get wider, bro. Get wider because that breakdown right there, bro. Think about that, bro. They can offer $100,000, make that shit sound good. Get those jobs out first. So now, all right, we got 7,000 people still working. I mean, 700,000 people still working, but we just gave 100,000 people jobs. Them 700,000 people don't know that with these 100,000 people that we just hired, they finna make enough AIs and shit to cover all 700,000 of y'all jobs. Now y'all out of, you know what I'm saying? These factories don't even require human work no more.
That's what they doing.
It's gonna close the whole factory down, so it's gonna be, they're gonna be able to. Motherfuckers gonna lose jobs like that, bro. It's gonna be a big number of people because they're gonna be able to just close down the whole factory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When the whole factory go out of business, bro, it ain't gonna be no who you gonna sue. Who ain't no what's that shit that you get to keep your job? That shit that people be wanting to have. Damn, what's it called? You know, I don't got no jobs. I don't know. Fucking the shit. The people that back you, like if they say you want to go to this job because they got a. What the fuck is that shit called, man? For the workers. What is that shit called, bro? A union.
A union.
If the whole factory shut down, ain't no more union.
Right.
Who's fighting? You know what I mean? Who's fighting for what?
Right. The union ain't nobody working to even pay no dues to the union.
This gonna be worse than when they shipped all them jobs overseas, yeah. You see what I'm saying? When they shipped all them jobs overseas, what was it? It was just a big number and unemployment rose up. Motherfuckers lost jobs. There wasn't nothing they could do about it.
Right, all them
when these AI come in and take these jobs, bro, it's gonna be a big number so they're not just gonna come in and they're not gonna do no shit like, all right, we just gonna bring one AI in to work this position and we're gonna see how humans working around it. No. The whole system finna be AI.
So first they done took the blue collar, they shipped the blue collar jobs out. We seen how that affected the Midwest and little cities like that. You know, now they finna take the white collar job. That's gonna affect the cities. And then all you motherfuckers working remote. Ooh, y'all better be careful. Cause if you can work,
they already got y'all at home.
If you can work at the crib,
they already got you at home.
If we hold on, if they can work, if you can do your job effectively at the crib, I can hire the Chinese dude that work cheaper than you. I can have him do this shit at his house. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna move all them remote jobs. We finna move all them to India. The jobs where we just need somebody to pick up the phone, the computer. You don't need to come in the office. You think that shit was sweet for the pandemic. Now you want to stay like that. Well, now they're gonna be like, hold on, we paying all these remote people too much. Let's move that shit overseas.
Or what if we got AI? We got people training AI right now, programming AI right now to come do those call center jobs. They're gonna be the first ones to go.
Oh yeah, all this we see. Look, all right, we got to think because somebody we could think about this shit because somebody just told me a few jobs that the AI could take, and I didn't even think about it. They said chefs. The AI could take chef jobs, things that you think is complicated. The AI could take it, cause like you may be now. If you a real chef, this the difference between divine intelligence, your God-given intelligence, and the shit that you learn from your walk of life versus the AI. We're gonna have to really compete. You're gonna have to get real unique to compete with the AI, cause you might be unique and you know how to go in the kitchen and whip up everything. You know, you from Louisiana or down south, so you can whip up all type of different dishes based on what's in my cabinet. But the AI gonna be programmed to just take 3 ingredients and make 1,000 meals, give you 1,000 recipes, and make it. The robot can make it. So the AI then just gave it 1,000 recipes with 4 ingredients, and now it can run this whole little restaurant with 4 ingredients. You get what I'm saying? Fries, beef, buns, and vegetables. We running a whole, we making everything.
Got you together.
We got you together. The AI can do this, the chef. Or we can make whole steak dinners, boom, rice, potatoes. Some of you niggas, that's like how my dad cooked. It's right, it's either rice, potatoes, fish or chicken, and some vegetables on the side. The AI could do that for him. What you want to? We could just jumble that up every week and get you a whole bunch of different tomato mix. You can have garlic to potatoes this day.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do a different little flavor to them, but we're gonna have you the same what you like every day. and we not gonna mess it up. The
We
human
not gonna
era
mess
is not gonna be there no more. That human era of fucking up a meal at McDonald's, like motherfucker
Mhm.
said, like we was talking today. My man said, so what if I go to McDonald's and I say I want a double cheeseburger on a Big Mac bun with no onions, but I want mac sauce. Will AI be able to do all that? I said yes, bro, because it's gonna be yes. They're gonna be able to make your shit to order. They're gonna be able to okay, you want a Big Mac bun, Big Mac bun. You want double cheese, double cheese. You want no onion, but mac sauce, smack some mac sauce, wrap it up, it's out the door.
It's out the door. It's
That's
on so
simple. I
many
told him I was
combinations.
trying to put him here to chat the chat shit. I'm like, bro, it's simple, bro. These motherfuckers got responses way out. Like you thinking way too small if you think they're not gonna be able to get your order at McDonald's right now.
See, that's why people got to mess with the Chat GPT because it give you an idea of what this AI can do. And the
I
Chat
told
GPT,
him, I'm like,
just
bro,
like
we gotta get ahead. Like
the
nigga, y'all
Chat
gonna get left behind.
like somebody like that's real learner and they got the internet or tools or somebody might memorize all this shit, but they could just boom search everything. Okay, you tell me something, well, I know exactly what to search to get the information. You know, some people remember all this shit. You can ask them something about the Bible or something about a school book, and they can boom read a scripture to you. They know it by heart, and they can break it down and go into a sermon. That takes skill. A nigga had to learn that. The AI could do that day one.
Right off the bat.
The AI, you could paraphrase a scripture to the AI. It could tell you, oh, that scripture is from here. Here's the real scripture in detail. Here's 3 different other versions from the King James Version. Here's 3 different versions. And then you could tell it to write you a sermon based off that scripture, and it'll give you a whole sermon to preach. So the preachers can be AI now. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's gonna take like the jobs. I mean, the music is AI because we talking about how artificial intelligence versus divine intelligence. A lot of you niggas is making the same song anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning about music. The music, like the chord progressions, tell you what type of mood the song gonna be. That's why when you hear a beat, you can say, "Oh, this would be a beat for a sad song. This would be a beat for a club song. This is an upbeat. This song made me want to fight, or this song made me want to smoke and chill. This is a song you smoke to." You could tell that to somebody who know music theory, and he'll know what chords to make. You want a song you can smoke to? He know exactly. Okay, you need something in this scale. He gonna make you 10 beats in that scale. The AI can do that. You can tell the AI, I want something to smoke to. It can make you a smoke to song. So unless you really finna make a song that only you can make, that's talking about your childhood and growing up, the AI can make any generic love song, it can make any generic
Any
song.
Christmas holiday song, all of that shit.
It can make all that. Even if you want to make it a storytelling song, the AI can tell you a story. Unless it's a personal story, it can tell you your personal story if you put in the right prompts. You
If
know,
you put in the right information, it'll run it down.
it'll write a rap about your ass, you know, and it'll be spot on. So the AI is finna make complex jobs. People think the AI finna take simple jobs. Nigga, they already done took the simple, basic jobs.
They just waiting on the wave of them. They waiting, yeah, they gonna take the wave of the. It's gonna be a wave of simple jobs that can go, but the complex jobs, like you saying right there, making a whole lot of sense. That's what they aiming for before they take everybody else's job. They aiming for the complex job, so they make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense.
The robot took the little physical jobs. The AI is a brain. Niggas don't. They ain't thinking that bitch is a brain. Nigga, it's a computer brain and it's learning, nigga. And it's
learning. And it's learning.
Like how they call dude Matt Jones with the AI. They said once they put the flag out, once they seen his face on the ring and they put the flag out on the ring, they said once he walked past another ring camera, boom, it flagged him. Once he got past the 4th ring camera, boom, it flagged him. To where it alerted all the ring cameras in the areas to where if you get alerted by these strings of ring cameras, it know the 10th camera that's gonna catch you. So the police met him at the 10th camera. You get what I'm saying? By the time that nigga got to the 10th ring camera, the police was there waiting on him. So you
They
think
knew what direction he was going.
they know which direction you're going. So all these cameras, the AI with these cameras is gonna ping you. Once they ping you for something, the next camera just waiting to see you again. Or they can predict.
It's
The AI can
it's
predict.
just like that Watchdog. It's just like that Watchdog video game. I never played it, but I used to see that shit on like commercials and shit. That's a motherfucker right there. It's just like
What?
that Watchdog shit.
And see, this is why they tell you the future before they tell you. Everything was hackable with the phone because the whole city was ran on AI. And what does that nigga wear everywhere? A mask. And it's getting to the point where now, bro, you got to wear a mask everywhere because the AI is capturing you. So you heard about the self-checkout scans at Walmart now. So a lot of niggas gonna get their door knocked on because the camera on the self-checkout is adding up everything you stole. They not chasing niggas for stealing nothing no more. The AI is watching you on camera at every Target in the country.
Every Target?
Every Target in the country has an AI camera security system, and they watching you and they adding up what you stealing. And once you get to a felony amount, they're gonna send the federal boys on you. They're not finna waste their time hitting you with no misdemeanor and chasing you out the store.
Motherfucker, right there, nigga.
They finna just tally up. They just hit somebody's grandma. She said, I've been forgetting to scan out the little shit up under her cart, little doggy treat, supposedly. They tallied up her little shit over the years. They probably went back on her if they tallied her up. They tallied her shit up and knocked on her door and said, yeah, it's real.
It's on the floor, man. You better get that cheese.
You know, so they say some niggas gonna get hit with some. You might get hit with some credit. They might send you a bill. You know, get over 500. They might just send you a bill, or they might send you them warrants, them subpoenas.
You in court, sir. You see you in court. You think you slick?
It depends on how bold they thought you was. If they maybe
they are you that bold? You think your shit don't stink, huh? Okay. Okay. Let me show you something.
So niggas ain't finna get away with nothing. It's to the point where now you think you sending the bowls in the mail. Nigga, we watched you send them bitches. We seen you buy them. We seen the cameras at the post office. We seen you at the post office. We seen you. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting until you do something, a felony.
Do something effective, like trying to really think you that bold. Oh, you think you really that bold? You might you just send a little package. Okay, that's just a little something like nigga ain't finna make too much off what you just said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you sending something crazy, okay, I want 8 balls. Nigga just sent a crazy amount. Oh, you think you just finna get away with it like that? Yeah, all right, bad.
P, I stay hip. I stay hip to the game. I stay hip. I notice shit when shit happening. All the hold on, I'm finna end the broadcast.
Yeah, in the live.